In questo periodo di profondi cambiamenti in cui siamo chiamati ad esplorare territori nuovi, mappe mentali diverse, in condizioni che mutano rapidamente, in cui le persone sono chiamate a fronteggiare il presente e il futuro, esprimendo innovazione e creatività, ma anche struttura e disciplina per raggiungere gli obiettivi personali e professionali sfidanti. Sono lieta di presentarvi uno speciale workshop sul Generative Self, condotto da Gilligan, una delle massime autorità nel campo delle self-relation e ipnosi ericksoniana. Il workshop sarà appassionante e fortemente esperienziale, prevede esercitazioni, casi, ma anche un intenso lavoro personale e vi consentirà di applicare nella quotidianità tecniche e soluzioni creative volte a creare cambiamenti profondi. Vi aspetto a Torino il 17, 18 e 19 novembre a Villa Gualino e colgo l'occasione per ricordarvi il 150° anno dell'Unità d'Italia. Torino vi aspetta con grandi preparativi e si attende molti turisti e vi aspetto con grande simpatia. About last time we have a very interesting workshop about the generative coaching, and next time in November, what are the main subjects for your speech?
The main topic of the upcoming workshop is creativity in the workplace.
Yes.
And how to be able to develop creative consciousness, how to be able to use it for many different things in one's work climate. And you might ask, in what ways is creativity relevant to everyday life and workplace? Well, one of the things we're going to emphasize, which I think is intuitively obvious, is the first main application is the obvious one, which is we want to develop more creativity in people so that they can do a better job in their work. They can be more creative, and they can be more productive, they can solve problems more effectively, and they can be able to create things beyond what the problems are. That's the first thing. But the second thing that really creativity is very, very relevant to in the workplace is that it increases your happiness and it produces better health. There's a lot of research in the last 30 years on the creative process, and one of the interesting findings is that when people are in the creative flow state, it is an intrinsically rewarding or an inherently happy state. So when you get into that state, you feel better and your health is better and you do a better job. So for those reasons, it's a very, very important thing in one's work life.
Yes, I understand that the topics is deeper and more personal because it deals with the self. I understand this.
Yes, that's right.
That's right. Can you explain this better, please? Because I think that it's important to understand also what is the fulfillment in the work, in the work and other things, and what is the impact of creativity in the fulfillment in the work.
Well, a core idea is that you are as good as your state of consciousness. Over the past 35 years, I've been studying different states of consciousness and how they affect learning, how they affect memory, how they affect performance. And I think that we can say from many years of research that you are your state of consciousness. So if you don't attend to it, and if you don't nurture and develop a positive state of consciousness, then what you're left with is usually a more negative state of consciousness. For example, in the workplace, it would be easy to get caught up in the stress. It would be easy to get caught up in the anxiety and the demands of the workplace. is saying your productivity will decrease, your happiness and your health will decrease, and that's not a good thing for anybody. So you can develop a better state, and you can be able to maintain this better state at your work and be able to produce much better results in doing that. Well, it's been one of my core focuses. I started I did my doctoral work in psychology at Stanford University in the 70s, late 70s.
Yes.
So I'm getting a little bit old now.
Yes, yes.
All of my research there was about states of consciousness. And as I was just mentioning, how different states of consciousness produce different effects in your learning, in your health, in your happiness, in your productivity, so forth and so on. So if that's the case, then what we want to make sure to do, if you want a happy life, if you want good health, if you want to be creative and productive, then you need to take responsibility for being able to consistently develop a creative state of consciousness. That's what we focus on in the workshop. Now the good news is that creativity is trainable. It's not something that just happens to a few geniuses, not something that God blesses Da Vinci with or Michelangelo with. It is inherently within each person's potential to be able to develop creativity. So what I've done, over the last 30 years is I've developed these different methods and these different ways to be able to help people to develop these creative states. That's what we're going to be focusing on in the workshop.
Yeah, this is true. So, creative can be learned also in the workplace.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
I think.
Please go ahead.
No. I think that it's an effort for people, because I think that people imagine that creativity is only for artists. At the end of this workshop, what teaching will people be able to apply?
It teaches you how to be able to develop your somatic or your body state for a creative process. And then it teaches you how to be able to use your cognitive or your intellectual mind for maximum creative results. And then finally it teaches you how to be able to open up to the creative intelligence beyond your limited ego, so to speak. If you listen to any creative performer, when they enter into the zone, when they enter into their special state, they're talking about perceiving and attuning to things that are beyond their sort of limited ego individual state of consciousness. So what we'll be doing in the workshop is training people in those skills and then showing them how to use those skills for whatever purposes that they want to use.
And in training with these skills, you make a lot of exercises, I think. Can you explain better which type of exercises and in which type of learning we can talk?
Well, maybe it would be helpful to just give a brief example of somebody I was working with the other day. I was doing executive coaching with a man.
Yes.
He's a top-level executive. He's starting a new division in his business.
Yes.
And what he found was he was procrastinating. He had all these great ideas. He felt all this tremendous pressure. He had all this data and information. But he was sitting at his desk, as he said, staring at the computer screen all day, and nothing was happening. So as he talked about this, I could see something very obvious, which was his cognitive mind was working just fine. He had a good plan, he had motivation, he had all the information, But what we call the somatic mind, the body mind, was way too tense. He was so locked up in tension that he couldn't in any way enter into the creative process. So what I said to him, and something that we'll be doing in the course, I said, your thinking mind is working just fine, but your body mind really needs to relax. And he was a little bit confused about what that meant. And I said, well, listen, on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is the high end, how much relaxation do you think you have in your body right now? And he said 2. And I said, is it any wonder then that you're getting nothing done in your work? Let's teach you how to be able to develop a state of creative relaxation. Now, I just want to point out, when we say relaxation, I don't mean it's the relaxation that you get from sitting in front of a television or sitting in a bar and having a couple of drinks. But it's the sort of alert, aware relaxation, again, that any top performance person is able to enter into, like an athlete, for example, or like a creative artist. So that's something that I was able to teach him within the session, and after 30 minutes he said, well, that's incredible. Then he said, I hope I'm able to carry this into my work, or excuse me, he said, I hope that I'll never lose this. And I said, that's not a realistic hope. You will lose it again and again and again. You know, life will give you all these things that will stress you.
Yes.
What you're learning here is how to be able to notice when you've lost it and how to be able to re-enter it again and again and again throughout the day. So that's one of the things that we'll do. That's probably what we'll be focusing on the first day.
Thank you. So I think that the people can be happy in the workplace also. This is the...
Let me put it this way. If they're not personally happy, they will not be operating at the top level.
Yes, this is very important in the organization, yes. Yes, thank you. Vi invito a partecipare a questo straordinario evento che si terrà a Torino nei giorni 17, 18 e 19 novembre 2011 a Villa Gualino. Arrivederci!